Once upon a time, in a world full of blinking arcade machines, noisy coin slots, and chunky cartridges, gamers had fun, but something was missing. Games were cool, but they weren't magical yet. They didn't feel like movies, they didn't sound like stories, and just when no one expected it, a powerful idea was born. It wasn't just about playing games anymore, it was about changing how we play. This is the story of a hero that came from nowhere and rose to rule the gaming world. This is the story of PlayStation. Stage 1, the unexpected beginning. Now, believe it or not, the PlayStation almost didn't happen. Yep, that was never the plan. Back in the early 1990s, Sony was a tech company making TVs and CD players, not consoles. They were working with Nintendo to build a new CD-ROM add-on for the Super Famicom, which you might know as the Super Nintendo. But at the last minute, Nintendo backed out. They decided to go with Philips instead. Ouch! You'd think Sony would be mad, right? Well, they were. But instead of giving up, they did something brilliant. They said, we'll make our own console, one that's built for the future.
And just like that, a spark was lit, not just for Sony, but for the entire gaming world.
Stage 2, a console is born. In 1994, Sony launched the very first PlayStation in Japan. It wasn't flashy, it was simple gray with a big round CD tray on top, but it was packed with power and something brand new, 3D gaming.
The first big game was called Ridge Racer, a racing game with smooth 3D tracks, fast cars, and music that made your head bop.
And guess what? That game almost didn't make it to launch either, but Sony believed in it and it paid off. When gamers saw those smooth 3D visuals and that cool controller, their jaws dropped. This wasn't just another console, it was the future. Stage 3, the games that changed everything. Once the console hit shelves worldwide, Sony did something amazing. They teamed up with awesome developers to bring unforgettable stories to life. Just imagine these classics, Final Fantasy VII, where you fight to save the planet in a futuristic world full of magic and machines. Metal Gear Solid, a sneaky stealth game full of mystery, twisty storylines, and intense action. Crash Bandicoot, a crazy orange marsupial jumping, spinning, and smashing crates through wild levels. These weren't just games, they were our experiences. They had cutscenes, music, voice acting, like mini movies for kids and teens. By the late 1990s, PlayStation was everywhere. It was cool, it was new, and it was unbeatable. Chapter 4, Growing Up, PS2, PS3, and beyond. But PlayStation wasn't done. In 2000, Sony dropped the PlayStation 2, and oh boy, it became the best-selling console of all time. You could play DVDs on it, you could play your old PS1 games, and the library? Massive.
From Shadow of the Colossus to Kingdom Hearts, from Gran Turismo to God of War, the PS2 had something for everyone.
Then came the PS3, sleek and shiny, with new HD graphics, a Blu-ray drive, and online gaming. It took a while to gain ground, but by the end, it gave us hits like The Last of Us, Uncharted, and Little Big Planet. And then, boom, the PS4 exploded in popularity. It became the home of incredible exclusives: Spider-Man, Horizon Zero Dawn, God of War, Ghost of Tsushima cinematic, emotional, and beautiful. PlayStation wasn't just growing, it was evolving.
Chapter 5, today's hero, the PS5. Now we arrive at today's hero, the PlayStation 5.
It looks like something from a sci-fi movie, white, curved, and glowing. But inside, it's a powerhouse. Lightning fast load times, smooth gameplay, stunning visuals, and games like Demon's Souls, Returnal, and Ratchet and Clank. Rift apart that show off what next gen really means. So now, kids all over the world are using their PS5s to explore huge open worlds, team up in online games, and even dive into virtual reality with PlayStation VR 2. Gaming has become a place to connect, to imagine, and to create stories of our own. Final chapter, the legacy and the future. So where does PlayStation go next? Nobody knows for sure, but the future looks exciting. Cloud gaming, cross-platform adventures, holograms, or immersive VR worlds. Sony continues to dream big, with projects like PlayStation Portal, game streaming, and even film and TV crossovers like The Last of Us show. But at the heart of it all, PlayStation still stands for one thing: play. Not just any play, but play that's powerful, emotional, and fun for everyone. Because PlayStation isn't just a box that plays games, it's a portal to adventure, a gateway to imagination, and a legend in the making. So, young gamer, the next time you hear that soft beep when you power on your PlayStation, remember, you're not just starting a game, you're continuing a story that began over 30 years ago, and who knows, maybe your story will be the next big chapter in PlayStation history. If you love this story, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for more epic gaming tales, and drop a comment telling us your first PlayStation memory.
Thanks for watching, and as always, keep playing, keep dreaming, and never stop adventuring.